Welcome to the void. Did you miss me? So it's been a while since I've last talked to you, my sweets. And there's reasons for that. Most of you who are watching this probably know what those reasons are, seeing as you were involved with it and were complicit. Anyway, I wanted to talk about it because I haven't gotten to talk about it yet. It's been a while and I've gotten time to really think about things and know my position on things. So we're going to talk about it. And if you don't like it, you can just go off to some other corner of the internet and leave me alone. You don't have to if you don't want to, of course. You can call me a pedophile again. Sure, that's going to do something. It worked last time, right? Anyway. So what am I talking about here? What happened? So, if you were unaware, there was this scandal with ProJared. Now, ProJared is a popular YouTuber. I say popular. I mean, obviously more popular than me. Jesus. But there was a controversy involving him on Twitter. If you haven't heard about it, where have you been? I don't know. I got involved because I saw this hate mob brewing. I was like, what was going on here? We don't have the information to really judge this person based on a tweet, and a few other tweets. What's going on here? Why is this happening? I said that he didn't do anything wrong as far as we know. The polyamory stuff, it's like, that's between him and his wife. Why do we need to jump in on that? And then people were like, oh, but the child porn thing. And I was like, this is bullshit. This is such bullshit. Like, do you know what it's like to have YouTube followers? Do you? I have 100 subscribers. 100 of them. Okay? That's it. Tiny. I still get texts and messages from people who watch my shit. I talk to a few of them regularly. And I don't really know much about these people other than what we talk about. You know, we might talk about technology or some other stuff. Like, I've done some pretty risque videos, and so I get, you know, comments on certain topics that are a little bit whatever. I'm sure ProJared gets lots of questions about games and sent to him all the time. And that's part of being online. I mean, even if you have just like Twitter feed and you know that you get DMs all the time, like, it's not uncommon. And the more you're out there, the more you get. With 1 million subscribers, I can't imagine what that's like. How many messages he's getting all the time. I know that if I was getting even 4 times the amount of attention I was getting right now, there would be no way for me to keep track of these people. Like, I can keep track of a few. I'm friends with a few of these people that I've met because of my channel. I talk to them on a fairly regular basis online. I don't know their ages. I don't talk about that stuff with them. I talk about technology and Linux and random shit like anime and stuff like that. And so I made the comment that I sent topless pics, you know, out to these people. And I've never actually deliberately sent topless pics directly to anyone in my subscriber base, as far as I know. But I know for a fact that some of them have seen my tits. I know this because I've made videos where that was in the video and they've seen those videos. I know this because I have a Discord channel and I post stuff in there. And one of the things I've posted is my Pornhub account. I am on the internet. I post shit on the internet, and I treat other people on the internet just as I would treat anyone on the internet. I don't really make assumptions about people's age. And it's shocking to me when I learn some people's ages and find that, oh, this person that I've been talking to and am friends with is 15 years old. That's a shock to me. I didn't realize it. They seem so much smarter. They seem so much older than that. They talk the same kind of shit that I talk. They say the same kind of stuff that I say. We relate on personal levels about things in our lives. Why would I assume that this person isn't an adult? And because I made this comment about having sent topless pics to people in my subscriber base, and I know that some of them are underage, that got me attacked. Horribly attacked on the internet. Called pedophile. I no longer am able to communicate with a few of the people that I was talking to before because all this stuff went down. It's like, oh, I didn't even know she was a pedophile. Now I'm not going to talk to her, and disconnected. And it's like, I'm not a pedophile, and you should know that because we've talked about stuff before. It's like, yeah, our opinions differ on certain things. I feel like child pornography and lolly porn are really similar. I feel like they should both be legal to consume. I've changed my stance on the production of it. Yes, the production of lolly porn hurts no one, so it has a stronger argument for supporting it. But does the distribution of pre-existing pornography of underage individuals, does the distribution hurt anyone? I don't think it does. Maybe there's a case to be made that it normalizes certain behaviors and patterns that may cause someone to be raped who wouldn't be, or someone to get molested who wouldn't be. I think those are bullshit arguments, and I use the metaphor of video games and violence as my defense on that. Violence in video games has not caused more real violence. I don't believe that violent rape video games like Rape Lain cause more violence. I believe that, in fact, they may prevent violence. And so I feel like the consumption of adolescent, teen, child pornography, I'm not talking about 6-year-olds getting fucked by their dads. This is not the video I am talking about. These are the kinds of videos I mentioned in my video about lolly porn that I hate, that make me want to burn the world down. The harm that is in those videos is disgusting and horrible, and if you get off on that, like, you have nothing in common with me. I don't appreciate the fact that they were made. I don't like that they exist, but they do. They exist, and you have to get over that. Like, you can't change it. It's out there. It's real. It's happened. Now, how do we prevent people from causing that kind of harm? I believe that distributing it is a way to do that. I believe that making it accessible, making it legal, being able to talk about this stuff. If someone comes up and says, I really just want to fuck a 7-year-old. If someone says that, you're not going to have anything to do with them, right? They might say, like, I struggle every day, every single day. I stay away from kids. I just try to separate myself and not do anything because I know that I'm not safe around kids, and I need help with this. And then people who are close to them are like, you're a you're a pedophile, and shun. How does that make that person feel? How does that affect that person? Probably nothing good, right? Like, I can't really imagine the amount of pain that would be to be like that. But I know that shame doesn't help. It drives you into very dark places, and it makes you do things that you normally would be able to stop yourself from doing. I think that a lot of people do that, especially, teenagers who don't have a lot of friends and are closeted, whatever. If you're in the closet for being transgender or gay or whatever, and you have that shame with you, it's hard to connect to people, and it's hard to be open, because if you're open about one thing, does that mean you have to be open about the other thing? And it's just easier to just lie all the time and just pretend to be someone who is okay and nice to be around and pleasant, and then when you're alone, just do everything horrible that you want to do. Not great. Not a great situation. Probably not the best way to do things, but when you're young and you have no one to talk to about this stuff, it's hard. Luckily today we have the internet. We're able to talk to people online who are in similar situations. We're able to find support groups. But being a pedophile, that's something there's no support group for as far as I'm aware of. And maybe there are. I don't know. Pedophile Anonymous, whatever. These people don't show their faces in public and say, yeah, I do this stuff, because of the outlash that comes from it. And I think it's wrong. I think it's awful. I think it's horrible. And that's why I was talking about it. I feel like as a society, we need to accept that there are people who have these problems in order to help them, in order to help ourselves. I don't believe that anything is truly magnanimous, or that people truly can be benevolent purely for the desire to help someone. I believe that everything you do because in some way it benefits you. Either you gain social capital because of it, or you are able to, gain favors or attention, whatever. Like, there's lots of reasons to do stuff that benefit yourself. And I believe all people have these reasons. I don't really believe anyone is just purely, genuinely good, because it's unsustainable. It's just not a way to live. You can't do that. You would just burn yourself out and die, essentially. So people just focus on themselves and the people around them, and by helping the people around them, you're helping yourself. But as a society, we have to be bigger than that. We've made great strides in helping the gay community, and we're making strides for the transgender community, and someday soon we're going to have to address this pedophile thing, because there's a significant portion of the population that is this. I believe they may even be more important to take care of than transgender people, because yes, there's a 40% suicide rate for transgender people, and that's awful. I personally attempted suicide myself. I know what that is like. It's awful, it's horrible, yes. But still, if I commit suicide, that really only ends my life. It's devastating to some people around me, sure, but I'm the only person I'm really hurting. If we don't take care of pedophiles, it doesn't just hurt them. Sure, it hurts them, and that's, who cares? It's a pedophile, whatever. But when we don't take care of them, we don't listen to their needs, and we don't help them, they hurt other people, because they have no other outlet. They have no way of dealing with this issue. And that's not something as a society we should really be doing. We should be looking after the people who are the most potentially dangerous people in our society to the general well-being, and helping them not be horrible, right? I'm not saying being a pedophile is horrible. I am saying molesting children is horrible. And so we can nip that in the bud. We can get rid of it. We can fix this problem by going to the root. You're never going to get rid of child molestation by raising awareness about stranger danger. It's never going to work, because that's not how it's done. That's not the issue. The issue isn't parents being aware of their children and where they are. The issue is these people having no outlet for this sexual frustration they have, and needing some kind of outlet, some way of getting this release. If you couldn't have sex, what would you do to have sex? For a week? Maybe nothing. For a month? Maybe nothing. For your whole life? I don't know. It's pretty ingrained in our biology. It's hard to deal with. So that's why I take the stance I take. Not because I think that pedophiles are wonderful people and child molesters are worthy of our care, but because I don't want them to hurt other people. I don't want to be complicit in a society that forces people to rape. And that's what we're in. If you don't accept that, then look harder. Like, that's what you're doing. It's really obvious in the comment section, in my own comment section. This is the kind of behavior people take towards people they suspect of being pedophiles. I am not one. It doesn't hurt me in that way. But imagine if I was in this situation, and that would just close me off to even caring about these people. I don't give a shit about you. You don't give a shit about me. I don't give a shit about you. Go die in a fire. I'm gonna rape your child. Like, that's fucked up. But that's the situation we're creating. That is what we're doing. And so you need the internet as a whole. You need to stop it. Just stop it. Listen more and be aware of what your actions are doing, because it's just horrible. Anyway, hi everyone. Hope you liked the video, or not. I don't really give a shit. You can all burn in hell for all I care. I'm better than all of you. So, bye-bye.